Good morning students. Today we are going to perform experiment number 4, that is speed control of wound rotor induction motor by rotor resistance variation. In theory class we have studied different methods of speed control of induction motor. Among them this is one that is specific for wound rotor induction motor type. In the rotor circuit we will add the resistance externally to control this. We know that there are different methods of speed control of induction motor. We have studied this, most probably you have studied this in theory courses. And among them, one method is the rotor resistance control. In this method, first thing, that is limitation of this, means if you are controlling the resistance of the rotor, it means the point of the rotor terminal should be accessible, and that is possible with the case of slip ring induction motor only. Slip ring induction motor only. Okay. In this method, we are adding the resistances with the rotor terminals, and by adding them we are controlling the speed. And if we plot the torque speed characteristics of the induction motor, torque speed characteristics of induction motor, then we find this is the probable characteristics at any resistance, rotor resistance for any induction motor. And if we add the resistance to the rotor winding in series, then the characteristics changes. By the way, this is the starting torque, and by adding the rotor resistance the characteristics becomes like this. The stable region increases though the and maximum torque remains same. Okay, and if we further increase the resistance, then the condition becomes like this, and these are the starting torques in with different resistance of the rotor. This is R1, R2 and R3. When the rotor is having resistance R1, R2 and R3, then these characteristics we can obtain. In this one, R3 is greater than R2 is greater than R1. And if we have load torque, we can say this one. Okay, in that case this is the operating point when R3 is added with the rotor. This is the operating point when R2 is there, and this is the operating point. This is our synchronous speed, as these are the operating points in different resistance condition. This is N rotor speed, R1 condition, rotor speed when R2 is added, rotor speed when R3 is added. Okay, so what we can observe from here, that we will verify today in the lab, today's experiment. If we are adding the resistance, then the rotor speed decreases. So we can say R3 is less than NR2 is less than NR1. We can find from here. So concluding these two, we can say when resistance is added with the rotor, the speed is decreases. And keeping the loading condition in the system same. This variation is due to only the change in the rotor resistance. Okay. So today in the lab we will verify this. And we will apply the lamp load. Loading condition will remains fixed. Just we will add the resistance with the rotor and we will verify either the operating point is decreased or not. Operating point means that is reflected with the help of the rotor speed. Now let us see how it is there in the lab. This is 3-phase induction motor that is coupled with the generator. 3-phase induction motor coupled with the generator through the mechanical coupling. 3-phase balance supply is coming here, and here we are getting 3-phase balance supply, and that is going to the stator of the induction motor, and rotor of the induction motor terminals are accessible, and that is connected. 3 resistances are connected with that we can see from here. These resistances are here. They can be controlled in different way. Here for our experimentation we will perform at 3 different resistance values. This is low resistance addition, medium and high. At 3 different resistances we will perform the experiment, and this is the generator that is connected, coupled to the induction motor, and the output of the generator is connected to the electrical load. We can see from here. Okay. Our rotor resistance that is to be added with the rotor is at its maximum position, and when it is at maximum position and there is no load connected, the voltage is generated 110, that is adjusted from here. No current is flowing, and speed we can find from here. It is 1442 RPM. Okay. Now what we will do? We will add the resistance in the rotor only. Now we brought the rotor resistance at its medium level, and the speed is increased. Now it becomes 1474. You can find it is still at that position, and due to no load condition, still current is not flowing. Okay. Now add the minimum resistance. Now there is no resistance, or we can say minimum resistance is added with the rotor. We can find the speed becomes very high. NR is very high. Okay. The condition is still no load condition, and it is 110, no current is flowing. Now what we will do? We will apply the load and we will check these conditions for different load, different rotor resistance. Okay. Now apply 2 loads. Turn on 2 switch. Okay. Now we have applied the load, and adjust. Now there is no resistance is added, or we can say very low resistance is added with the rotor. The speed is 1487. Now what we will observe now, if we will add the resistance with the rotor only, then the speed should be changed. Let us see how it is happening. The load is this. It is drawing the current almost 1 ampere. You can see from here. The voltage across the load is this. Okay, it is 14 87. Change the, yes, now change the medium position. After changing the added resistance from here, from the rotor terminal, from low value to the medium value, we found that the speed is decreased, that is now 1450. Still load is same and it is drawing the current little bit more than the previous one, it remains fixed. Okay, now add full resistance. Once we added full resistance, maintaining the same conditions of loading, and we can found the speed is dropped and it becomes 1382 due to just addition of the rotor resistance. Okay, so hope it is clear. Can we verify one more loading condition? Please increase the load once again. Now once load is increased and the condition of rotor resistance is at its maximum position, now we can find the speed is further dropped, that is 1344, and the current drawn is quite high, becomes higher, it remains fixed. Now we will change the rotor resistance from maximum level to medium level. Please do it now. Now it is at medium level. The speed should obviously increase. Now you can find from here it is increased. Now it becomes 1453 and the loading condition remains same. Only 3 switches are on and the current you can find from here, it remains fixed. Now further, please bring it at minimum level. The rotor resistance that is added from there is brought at minimum level. Here the minimum level of the rotor resistance is added. Now speed becomes normal speed, around normal speed, that is 1485. The loading condition remains same and the current is, we can find from here, the effect in the current is also there and it remains fixed. Okay, I hope the things are clear and the speed remains almost fixed, that is grid frequency 50 Hz. This is the reading of the experiment at different resistance level added to the rotor winding when there was different loading conditions. When the low resistance is added with the rotor and the no load condition was there, means no lamp was turned on, in that case speed was around 1490, around this. And when the resistance is added with the rotor winding, the speed dropped and further resistance is increased, the speed was further dropped from the low, medium and high in the sequence. Further what we have done, we applied the load and in that loading conditions the speed was dropped from here to next level in the case of low resistance, and it dropped when the medium resistance was there in the case of rotor winding, then speed dropped from no load to lower level, and similar fashion followed in the case of maximum resistance addition. In this way, at different loading conditions and at different rotor resistance addition, we will perform the experiment and complete the table. For your reference, this table is given to you. Okay, you have to record this, and on the basis of this you have to complete the calculation and plot the characteristics of torque versus speed in the case of 3-phase induction motor rotor resistance control. Okay, so hope this is clear.